Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. Today we're going to talk about my top 10 affordable brushes in my collection, which you absolutely need. Like you absolutely need. Especially if you are like a starter in makeup, these 10 brushes would just take you to places. Most of the intricate looks you can definitely do with these brushes. I love to have these brushes always in my collection, and I get like an anxiety attack, exaggerating, but I do get a little stress when these brushes are dirty and I have to use some other brushes. So if you guys want to see which are my top 10 brushes in my collection, then please keep on watching. So let's start off with the face brushes, the 5 face brushes that I definitely wanted to mention. Let's start off with the foundation. My absolute favorite brush for the foundation is Morphe's M439, and that is a round buffing brush. I absolutely love the area that it captures. Now mine is dirty. It's actually not dirty, it's just stained. So it's actually a round buffing brush, and that absolutely is my favorite way of applying makeup. If you need coverage on your face, you absolutely can like just buff it in, or you can stipple it in, but my favorite way to do it is in the buffing motion, and this covers such a big surface area on the face too. Your foundation can be applied in like minutes, and it is not streaky. The brush marks would not come on your face. I absolutely love this brush for the foundation. Yeah, I cannot recommend this enough. The second brush that I absolutely fell in love with was JH02, and this is my bronzer brush. Now this is dirty. Now this style of brush is what I absolutely love for my bronzer. You can absolutely use this as a bronzer brush as well as like powder brush. You can flip the brush for the powder as well as the bronzer, and that would cover your entire face. But I do have an option of powder brush if you want one. So I'll put one additional brush in the face category. But yeah, let's finish off with this. This quality is absolutely amazing. It's densely packed but fluffy enough to just buff out the bronzer without any streak marks, without any patchiness on your skin. And this actually came in my Jaclyn Hill face brush set. If I'll be very honest, I absolutely love that brush set. Like I love the foundation brush in it, I love the setting brush in it. But if you ask me like one brush out of the set, I would definitely recommend this, because the quality is absolutely fantastic. It's rare that you can find like affordable brushes in this style in the market, and I love this. I do have like a Zoeva brush which is similar style, and I use that for my bronzer also. But if you ask like an affordable option, I really like this one. Onto the powder brush that I was talking about. If you need another powder brush in your collection and you need only one in your entire life, look no further, just go for this Real Techniques powder brush. This has stayed with me for years. Like I think it's close to 5 years or 4 years that I've used this brush. There's no shedding. The quality is absolutely beautiful. I love the shape of the brush for like overall setting the powder. I love this brush. I mean, Real Techniques does brushes so good, and it is not a surprise for anybody. If you've seen my videos, you know that how much I love this brush, and this definitely you need in your collection if you need a powder brush. Talking about Real Technique brushes, let's finish off with that. This blush brush, absolutely a need in your collection. I love the shape of this. I have so many blush brushes, but I get anxiety if I do not have this like washed and ready for me. Like I go back towards it all the time. It works with a glowy blush because I am not a person who likes to wear like shimmery blushes on my face, but if you apply it with this brush, it just looks magical. I love it, and I absolutely love it with my powder brushes, like matte powder brushes. This just blends it into the skin like so softly and like feather like motion. Love it, absolutely. Oh my god, yeah, this is like my child. I absolutely love it. Another Real Techniques brush that I'm absolutely a fan of and I absolutely need in my collection, despite of how many highlighter brushes I have in my collection, I go back towards this all the time. And this is called the Real Techniques setting brush. I use this underneath my eyes to set my concealer in place. I use it like an highlighter brush. This brush is so versatile. It's beautiful. You can also use this as a crease brush. You can do so many things with this. Like, I love it. My favorite way to apply this is like with a highlighter, to just buff it to the skin, and it just feels like skin like glow from within kind of a look. You need this brush in your life. If you haven't already, I would absolutely recommend this. My last face brush, I don't know if you can get it or not, but I'm anyways going to mention it. If I can get it, I'll definitely link it in the description box below for you guys. But if you can find this style of brush for the concealer, and I know Real Techniques does one, it's just that I have not tried. I cannot imagine that Real Techniques would do wrong to the concealer brush in this style, because I know Real Techniques quality is so good. But this is from BYS Synthetic. I think this was like my initial days of makeup. When I was not investing so much in the makeup brushes, I got this. I have replaced all the other brushes, but I've kept this because this is so beautiful. I don't know. This is so densely packed, and it is like a dome shape. This shape is so beautiful for my underneath the eyes, and it just blends it smoothly. There would be no lines, there would be no creases, and this would just give like a smooth canvas underneath your eyes, and that's the main reason why I absolutely love it. I really hope that I can find a link for this. I'll link it in the description box below. Otherwise, I would link similar styles of the brushes which I feel comfortable in linking below if I can find for you guys. But yes, I would highly recommend this. Now on to eye brushes. The first eye brush that I would highly recommend is a crease buffing brush, and this is JH30. Now this came in the Jaclyn Hill eye brush set. This is such a beautiful brush to just blend everything in the crease. This is the one that I use. Actually, most of these brushes, I've used it on my face today, and I just washed it. So yeah, this is the one that I used in my crease for this blue that you're seeing here, and the red in the crease. I absolutely love this brush. If you cannot find this Jaclyn Hill brush set that I'm going to talk about, as an option of this, I would also recommend this Morphe M573. It's a very similar style of brushes with the same kind of like bristles and the cut, and this beautifully blends everything in the crease. I would highly recommend this style of brushes. I'll link everything in the description box below, so don't worry about that. But this is a crease brush that of my preference that I really like. If you love halo eyes, you absolutely need this in your collection, or like deepening up the outer corners with this is beautiful. And this is from the Sigma Practique line, and this is called the small blend brush. This is so beautiful. As you can see, it's like pinched from the ferrule, but is fluffy, but not that much. I love to apply like outer corners with this, inner corners with this. I love to apply my It's Belle Cosmetics, like those thin duochrome shadows. I just wet this brush and just pick that up, and it just blends beautifully on the eyes. I love this brush. I cannot live without this brush. For sure. I love this. Now let's talk about a packer brush. Now you can obviously apply any shimmer with your finger onto your eyelid, and I do that all the time. But if you are a brush person, you need to have this, and this is from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush set, and this is JH41. This style of brush is so beautiful. It's so thin, as you can see, but this cut is absolutely stunning. I used this today. Also for my eyeshadow that you're seeing, I put red on one side and blue on the other side, and I did this. And I did this. Like, it is so easy to use, and it picks up shimmers like nothing else. It's just stunning. If you love to apply shimmers on your eyelids, you need this in your collection. The other two are also from the Jaclyn Hill brush set. One is a crease brush, and this is the outer corner brush, and this is JH40. This is very small and tiny. Let me put this against the crease brush that I was talking about, so you can see how significantly small this one is. Oh my god, you absolutely need this if you like to deepen up your outer corners. Whenever I'm going with a black eyeshadow, and I am a person who's very intimidated by black eyeshadow, I just pick a tiny little bit on this brush and I just buff it on the outer corners. It just blends so seamlessly, so smoothly. I love it. You absolutely need like a tiny buffing brush just for the outer corners, just for the lash line. You need it. Absolutely beautiful. Now let's talk about a pencil brush, and this is the last brush that I'm going to talk about today, and this is JH39, and this is a superbly like a tiny pencil brush, Beautiful for inner corners, beautiful to smoke out the lower lash line. It is stunning quality. I personally feel that this is like a need in the collection, especially if you love eyeshadows. Like, I love to apply the inner corners, the brow bone highlight with this. I love to buff out my lower lash line with this. I love this so very much, and I think all these brushes are like such a beautiful quality. I've experienced no shedding out of these brushes, and that's why I feel comfortable recommending it to you guys. Let me know if you have like a brush in your collection that you absolutely love and you cannot live without, and when that brush is dirty, you're like, oh no, why is that dirty? I want to use it anyways. If you have that brush in your collection, leave it down in the comment section below. I would definitely want to test it out for myself. But yes, those were my top 10 brushes in my collection that I absolutely need at all times in my collection. Absolutely. If you did like this video, if you do like my videos, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.